And here we are. Stan, go for it.
Welcome to the Monday nights. We've just finished our D&D campaign a few weeks ago, so today will be your first session in our Starfinder game. I'll be DMing. I'm Stan, and these are our players. Ben,
I will be playing Roger Darksword, the mysterious mechanic.
Kevin,
And I will be playing Ziggy Zova, the Skittermander, who's just happy to be here.
Fausto,
I will be playing Genesis, but you can call me Jen, and I will be your edgy android operative.
and then Eric.
Yeah, I'll be playing Zeref, the group's Dragonkin Vanguard, here to protect, serve, and bring honor to his name. Parents be damned.
All right. You've all been. We'll be playing the Dead Sons adventure with a few modifications, but Dead Sons is the first adventure part that
you've all been
Pfizer released. You guys will be joining or hope to be joining the Starfinder Society, but before you get in, you've all been signed up for a reality show called Live Exploration Extreme. You've been traveling to a big space yacht called the Exemplarium, which is hovering over Salvation's End, a moon that the Starfinder Society has exploration rights to. The Exemplarium, the yacht, is owned by a undead TV mogul called Zoe, and he's the host of the galaxy-wide known TV show Live Exploration Extreme. So he's been working together with the Starfinder Society nowadays to take care of their recruiting effort. And people who do a good job in the reality show are first in line to join the society. Society which is still rebuilding after a big disaster that happened a few years ago. You've been traveling on a small spaceship around 10 days already from the Pact Worlds to arrive at the Exemplarium, the yacht. So you do have some time to get introduced to each other if you like.
Right. Like we have to describe our character, or?
If you like, yeah. You're on a small spaceship right now, a small exploration vessel owned by the Starfinder Society. Pretty simple, nothing too fancy ship. But you all have a private cabin at least.
Is the ship big enough for me that I don't have to squeeze around everywhere?
You might have to squeeze in a few of the hallways, but most of the rooms are big enough for you, yeah.
Alright. Well, Zeref will probably be in one of the bigger rooms that's available to him, at least. He'll probably be kind of curled up in a corner as to take up as little space as possible, even in the biggest room. Probably just to make sure that if anything does happen, he might at least have like a little corner to just like not be crushed in. And to keep people from stepping on his tail. Zeref is a very big boy. He's about 10 feet tall in the few times that you've seen him kind of walking around on his hind legs. And he normally wears his armor about. His armor is a very simple kind of, what's it called? Hidden soldier armor, which is just this pretty basic kind of soldier-esque armor. And he always carries around a tack lash on his hip. Something pretty non-lethal. He tries to stay mostly out of people's way, as he knows he's pretty big and a lot of people are smaller and more fragile.
All right. You interact with the rest of the crew, or just
If people come over and talk, I don't mind. I just don't try to get in people's way because, again, I'm very kind of space conscious. Not wanting to disrupt anything because not many people are used to how big Dragonkin are. But I don't turn people away
Alright.
or try to make people think I'm not approachable.
right? Anyone else?
Yeah, Roger is more interested in the running of the ship itself. Not too impressed with the way it's fine-tuned and working at the moment. He seems to talk to himself a lot, or be referring to someone unseen by everyone else. Just going around and saying, "Oh yeah, no. Look at this, it's all wrong. You know, they need to divert this power in this direction, and if they corrected this, we'd get a 0.061% increase in efficiency."
Alright.
He seems a little bit off in his own world, just dressed in like practical mechanics sort of clothing, stains of grease and I guess sort of lubricant fluids from the engines. And yeah, he's kind of mostly keeps to himself, but certainly is observing.
You might see Zareth wave a little tail at some people who go
Alright.
by.
No. So you also know you're traveling right now through the drift. It's the way that ships travel faster than light in this setting. It's a bit of a combination between magic and technology. No one really knows how the drift works. It's a separate plane that you travel through. But yeah, it's been around 300 years since people discovered at least how drift engines work. That's how you travel through here. That's also why it still takes quite a while to get to your destination. You know it goes faster when you're traveling to certain beacons, but since you're traveling to pretty much a backwater planet, there's not really a beacon to guide you along. Fausto, you want to add something?
Yes, so Jen, she is mostly unaware of her surroundings. Like, she's completely focused on herself. Since she's a vid player, she probably has some kind of like a big headset on her, and when she's not connected to the main, I don't know how games are playing in this society, but she's not connected to the main thing. She probably has some kind of handheld mini game that she's playing, and even when she walks, she seems to be, you know, very very aware of her surroundings, but at the same time completely unaware of the people occupying those surroundings. And so she constantly, like, she's always busy with something. When she's not busy with anything, she's playing the game, huh? to
Alright.
increase her piloting skill. She's probably a major Kusanagi wannabe. So she's like wearing a tight-fitting bodysuit, probably dark blue or black, with some kind of leather jacket, pilot leather jacket on top, and her weapons are actually in plain view, like, you know, a knife and a gun, and she's a hot android.
The question is, does this jacket have the fur around the neck?
Synthetic fur, pink synthetic fur, most probably.
Hey, my
Yes.
man. It's got the drip.
Yes.
Oh boy.
Kevin?
Yeah, you see this small red furred, almost rodent-like thing, except it's got 6 arms, and it skitters all over the place and asks everyone the most random questions, like, How big are your feet?
He's a foot fetishist. No,
No. Yes. No. Wait. What?
we're done for.
And he's, how should I say it? He's not the smartest, but he makes up with it. He makes up for it with being the cutest.
Clearly.
All right. Yeah. So yeah, you spend some days on the ship, and when you finally arrive over Salvation's End towards that yacht, you see before you a super luxurious, massive, space yacht. Really, 6 floors big. See from the outside already tons of neon and all kinds of decoration. Lots of glass, so people can look outside from the inside. It's definitely built for luxury rather than combat or exploration or anything practical. Your ship docks with this yacht, and you are greeted by an undead. Looks a bit like like a slightly less rotting zombie, dressed in a fancy suit, and he will lead you towards the 3rd floor, which is a big entertainment floor. Let me put you on a map.
Oh no, there's a map.
Yoo-hoo!
Be ready for combat, boys.
Nah, I just like the map. Right.
Nice.
Wait, this character is wrong. I need to switch that.
Oh, I'm finally small. Yes, I can't break things. Well, I can. Oh no! Oh, I need to fix that. Oh, my smallenizer. It's not working.
And okay, Jen is also here.
Yeah,
Good.
but I see that my token is actually not linked to my character sheet.
It isn't?
Like all the stats.
Well, mine's linked. It's just that it doesn't have my hit points. And
Yeah,
things.
that's what I'm saying. Yeah, like.
Okay.
But okay, it's fine.
Yeah, let me quickly take care of that. It's a minor thing. So you are brought to a few tables where you see 3 people sitting. One of them is human. The other 2 also look undead. How do I show you a token in up close?
Z.
What?
Shift C. Yeah.
Shift C.
Shift C. Okay.
Oh,
Yeah,
well.
so this is Zoe, who you'll all know if you've seen the show on TV someday.
Okay.
And then
So that's why you gave yourself a moustache.
Oh.
The makeup artist needs to do a better job.
I think you just need to learn disguise self on this one, buddy.
and that's she introduced herself as Wazasha. She looks like a ghoul, but she's also dressed in a really fancy suit. She's introduced as the directing assistant. And the third one, a human, Navasi, she's introduced as an envoy of the Starfinder Society.
All right.
You're brought here. You can put yourself by the tables if you like.
So, question number 1. As a an android, do I eat? Or do I have to, like, plug myself somewhere?
I think androids do eat.
Yeah, I believe you do eat.
Yes. We're going to... I'm going to be asking a lot of these kind of questions and very often laugh about it. But, yeah.
Androids are basically like synthetic humans. They're not so much complete robots. They do have biological components. So they do eat and they do sleep.
The other question is, of course, what do they dream of?
Electric ships, of course.
Electric squawks.
Okay, but I just realized I don't need to breathe. Okay, that's fine. Very well.
Yeah, you don't need to breathe. That's one.
So I can
that's
stuff
one
my
major
mouth
thing.
full and just chomp on it. Okay. Well, yeah. If there is a buffet, like always, still with my headset on and still like playing with one hand, I will just go to the buffet and take some food and stuff it in my mouth, like not even taking a plate.
Yeah, you can get some food. You can get drinks. That's no problem.
It's like she doesn't
But-
really enjoy the act of eating, but she understands that she
Yeah.
needs fuel to function.
But once you, after you've gotten some food and some drinks, you do see Zoe waving you over. Yes, you guys are everything I've been hoping for. He exclaims as he looks you over. I'm sure Starfinders can use a crew like you guys. You look so exciting, so energized, so alive.
Zareth walks over. He mostly walks on all fours, even though you've seen him walk very competently on 2 feet. Occasionally, he kind of just walks on all fours, kind of just to shrink his presence.
All right.
And he kind of like walks over. He's like, you have a bucket so I can put some water in or something? Or do you have anything my size? All I've seen is tiny drinks.
Yeah, he moves you over to the bar in the corner. I guess they have ice buckets. Guess they could fill that.
All right. Well, pardon me. I'm gonna grab that real quick. The ship had mostly small people.
All right. Yeah, you do notice that most of the crew who's here on this level is undead as well. I see some of them dancing. You see a bartender. You see some cart dealers, and they're all undead.
No, actually,
What song is playing? Thriller?
No. Do any of your characters like the popular trendy pop music that's that the youth are listening to nowadays?
I won't admit it, but yes.
All right.
Yeah.
There's this really popular band called Strawberry Machine Cake.
Oh yeah, Strawberry Machine Cake,
that's
my
my
favorite.
favorite band.
Yeah, they're a bit like they're kind of like a J-pop band with like four holo avatars that come on stage, all with very different types, like a gothic a petite woman in a pirate coat, etc.
So they're Vocaloids.
I love Madame Belle. She's
basically,
my favorite.
I immediately go to the dance floor and start dancing.
Yeah,
Or something that looks like dancing.
you can actually roll a culture check as well.
Ooh, rolling.
Yeah.
Everyone?
Sure, yeah.
Holy shit.
Oh, yeah. You all definitely recognize the sound as Strawberry Machine Cake, but it's not a sound you know. It's not a song you know. Even the ones who are fans of the band, it's definitely a new song.
This has to be a new release.
You've all rolled pretty high. You do know they have a new album coming out soon, Star Sugar Heart Love, and
which
it's
is
not
it's all in smileys, right?
It-
It's all in emojis. The title.
no, it does have like a few exclamation marks though.
Okay,
Stan, quick question: do you just have a list of nouns in front of you?
No, I don't.
Star Sugar Hot Love. Oh yeah, I get so lost in this music. Okay, well, yeah, I get when Jen sees that little furry reddish thing dancing, she kind of like shrugs, like, huh. She goes to the dance floor and she starts to do like the minimum techno dance, like
She's dancing the robot.
she's dancing robot clearly, like. So she seems to be actually very agile, so she will actually do some kind of like extreme dance performance, but always with a straight face, like an emotional straight face.
Wait, yeah, I actually showed you a handout. I don't know if it's working.
Which one?
Handout under Live Exploration Extreme Strawberry Machine Cake.
No, it's not there.
No, it's not there yet.
Okay.
I don't even see the Live Exploration Extreme folder.
Okay, 1 second. Let
Probably
me
show the
manually
players.
add you all to it. Save changes.
Yeah,
There we
now
go.
it's there.
All right. Yeah,
Yeah, I see.
and that's the lead singer, Captain Carmine.
Captain
Ah.
Carmine. Okay, very well.
I prefer Madame Belle as the name. It's a fan name right there.
Their new hit single, "Gimme Chocolate." Oh wow, yeah.
Ugh.
Oh, there's also a Vesk.
Zareth will come back to the table with Zoe, was it?
Yeah, Zoe, and he introduces his assistant as yeah. This was Zasha. She'll be the one actually accompanying you on your exploration. I'll be staying here on the ship
That's very fair.
as a host.
And he'll kind of just set his bucket down on the floor instead of holding it.
Yeah. So you guys know what's expected? Any questions you have already? Anything you want to know? We're here now, so you do have time.
Yes. Why are we appealing?
Are you Brock? What is this?
No, I'm not sure who I am yet.
Oh, okay.
Still figuring his character out.
Because that voice.
He's working
reminded-
out of the Brock mentality.
Yeah. Okay.
So there's gonna be a bit of Brock in there still.
It's just what my voice sounds like.
Okay. Sorry.
It's okay. Try,
Alright.
maybe another accent.
It's alright, dwarf.
Yeah, swap
And,
over to Australian.
No. Wait, you were called Roger, so probably you should have like a French or Canadian accent.
No.
French Australian.
Or a Dutch accent.
Yeah,
For
Roger.
Australia.
Yeah, Roger.
Roger.
Okay, so when the song is over, Jen will also approach and very, like professional like, she will sit and put her legs on the table, her feet on the table, and go like, yeah, what's the details of the mission?
Yeah. So we're hovering here over Salvation's End, and I'll let Navasi explain.
Zareth pulls out his comm unit and starts typing in what he can.
Okay. Yeah, it's all relatively public info. It's a planet that only joined the civilized species with FTL drives quite recently, a few years ago. And it was the Starfinder Society who actually traded them the knowledge to make drift engines. And in return for that, Starfinder Society got some exclusive exploration rights to, among other places, Salvation's End. So yeah, well, we're hovering over Salvation's End here. We've been exploring it for a while, at least on the surface. It looks like a moon, but it's quite obvious that it's synthetic. It's not a real moon. We found, among other things, that the gravity is artificial on this moon. Gravity is about what you would expect of a normal Earth-based planet. What we did notice is that in some locations the gravity does switch around. We've also recently found a large hatch which goes down into the moon, but we haven't gone in yet. That's where you come in. Your crew will be heading into the moon through this hatch, and your goal is to find out what is down there and give us a report of what your findings are. Hopefully you'll find something interesting, but we are quite certain you will, given that something must have built this moon, or someone. And we need to know what's going on with it. One thing to remember, there were a goblin tribe called the Exhaust Drinkers who were living on the surface of this moon. We have been aggressively clearing them out, especially around our landing areas. I don't know if we need to expect any problems from them. As far as we're aware, they haven't been digging into the moon.
Do they ride any beasts, vehicles, anything that we should worry about in case we do run into them?
Well, they have some basic technology, but they're goblins, you know. It's mostly scrap that they put together.
Are they friendly?
No, they're not. Well, you can always try if you meet them, but they've never seemed friendly to us, at least.
Well, maybe because you're so big.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And I'm even bigger, so.
Well, feel free to try. I'm sure some people will enjoy watching it.
Oh yeah, sure, I'll try.
Yeah,
So actually, we will be filmed while we do this.
Our goal, yeah, you'll be filmed constantly during your exploration. A crew will be accompanying you on your trip, and that's what will be shown to the audience.
And what about the protection of the crew?
Responsible for the safety of the crew.
Yeah, at that you see Wazasha speak up. So the ghoul woman. Don't worry about the crew. They're all undead. Don't go tossing any grenades at them, but they know how to stay out of trouble, and they don't need atmosphere or any fancy things that you living beings need to survive.
I'm surprised we're going in with actual crew and not just drones or something.
Oh no! Live exploration extreme is all about reality. It's not. I mean, drones might work, but the real crew, there's nothing that's better than a real crew.
Probably.
Yeah, it's what makes the program the best.
Probably drones are more expensive than zombies.
And they are undead, but it's probable.
Okay, when do we go?
Can go anytime. Zoe interacts there. I will just need to join our live audience here on the ship. We do have 408 lucky people who have been brought to the ship with us, and they're in one of our luxury theaters to watch live what you're doing. Of course, it will be broadcast across all of the Pact worlds, but as the signal needs to travel through the drift, it will be shown in the Pact worlds with a few days delay. Now, before you head out, do any of you need some additional gear Are you well equipped for what's going to happen?
What kind of planet we're going on? Is this a jungle moon or?
No, it's a bare moon. Just rocks on the outside.
There may be some climbing gear.
I have ropes and I'm capable of limited amounts of flight. So climbing gear shouldn't be 100%
But
necessary.
like, is she offering to give us equipment, or is she suggesting that we buy some?
Well, we have a sponsorship deal if you want to.
Then
Can
yeah.
supply you with armor, weapons, climbing gear. Sure, we have cables, flashlights, all kinds of
I would like
stuff.
some climbing gear and what's the basic tool to like hack computers?
We don't have any of that with
Okay,
us.
then I'll just take some.
Don't worry, I got it,
climb-
right?
climbing
I mean,
gear.
you are trained in computers, right?
Yes.
Your comm unit should be feasible to work with,
Alright.
although it only counts as a level 0 computer even.
Great.
So you won't get any bonuses with it, but you should be able to try and hack things with it.
Okay, great.
I think our dear human here is trying to speak.
Oh, what? I'm sorry. You guys are planning to listen to me now? Sorry. Armor, you were saying.
Yes, we've got a sponsorship from Clashware, one of the biggest producers of bleeding edge armor. Very comfortable.
Oh, I don't mind if I do. No.
Yeah.
I'm
What
thinking,
kind do you need?
Just something light and comfortable to move around in. I've still got to do my craft, but I'm also wondering if you have any sponsorship from alcoholic beverages.
Well, you can have a drink before you head out, sure.
No, I mean as a sponsor.
No.
I might be willing to part with, a unlimited amount of their products that I could demonstrate on a daily basis.
Yeah, no, we don't have any alcohol sponsorships. Well, we're an Eoxian network, we don't really drink or eat ourselves.
Yeah, it'd
I don't-
probably
I
be
don't
bad
watch-
form.
But yeah, so you're interested in armor.
Drugs are bad, but undead are okay. All right.
Yeah, all right. Good. Let's have a look. Light armor. Sure. We can hand you a second skin made by Clashware, and yeah, it will be brought out. It's a second skin armor, so it's really like a very tight bodysuit. It's part orange, part silver, and it actually has the words Clashware all over the back.
Yeah.
So yeah, as part of the sponsorship deal, just make sure at an opportune moment you say everything's easy when you're dressed to express.
Oh God. Yeah, you make sure of that, Roger.
All right. Wait, where do I write notes on this?
If you want, I'll give you a empty
Black
handout.
document would be good.
Let's see. Can be edited by all players. Okay, I should have given you a handout now.
Called notes?
Yeah.
Or was it dress to express?
Yeah, dressed to express.
Everything is easy when you are dressed to express.
Thanks.
Yeah.
Do you have any medical sponsors? We might need some medical supplies going down there if there's going to be nasty goblins scrambling about, trying to stab us in the back.
We don't have any main sponsors who deal with medical gear, but we do have some smaller sponsors. You don't have to give them any advertising time. They should be happy that their items are shown in our show where everyone gets to see them. So yeah, they'll bring out some med patches.
Right.
You get 3 med patches.
Okay. I'll take one if other people want to take one.
Sure, I'll take one. Med patch.
Yep. It should also be in the compendium if you need to look it up.
Yeah, if you just type med patch, you can just drag and drop it onto your character sheet.
Oh, nice.
All right.
Yeah.
Well,
Basically allows you to do a medicine check untrained and with a +10 bonus.
yeah. All right. Well, I'm ready to go. I already brought all my gear from home, so
All right.
all the stuff the station would let me scrounge up.
All right, and I'm interested to see what will happen.
So am I.
All right, so yeah, you guys, after you have some drinks or food as you want, you'll be brought to a smaller shuttle, which can take you from the ship down to the moon. And yeah, so it lands on the surface of the moon. You see a bare, rocky, cratered moon before you. There's this landing gear built there, a landing platform for the shuttle. Looks like it's been recently built. Probably the Starfinders put it there. And after a short walk, they bring you to a large hatch. Yeah, the hatch is opened up. There's still a small crew from the Starfinder Society there as well. While you're on the surface of the moon, your protection from your armor goes on. So your armors do have built-in helmets that let you breathe in the outside atmosphere of the moon. Yeah, lack of atmosphere, to be correct. You do notice that the undead crew, they don't have any protection like that. They don't seem to care whether they're in the vacuum of space. And yeah, so the heavy hatch is opened up by the crew. So yeah, we've managed this door open before, but no one's really gone in here yet. What you see when the hatch opens is a network of service tunnels that really crisscrosses the outermost subsurface of the moon.
Excellent.
And yeah.
Right.
Anything
Okay,
you
right.
already want to have a look at?
So that's the first thing Jen will do is look for tracks.
For tracks, okay.
Yeah.
You can. Yeah, I understood tracks.
Yeah, like, if somebody was here before.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah, you can try a perception check.
Perception check?
Yeah.
A 15.
you do see that the tunnel is pretty dusty. You don't find any tracks right away. You do notice that well, while you don't see any clear tracks in the dust, you do see that a lot of the technology that's here is busted, and not necessarily from old age, but also pieces that look like really broken up, like lights that look like they've been pulled out of the wall or from the ceiling. A few places where you think signage hung in the past that has been purposefully removed. Things like that.
All right. Well, I suppose I look at the others and I say we should probably proceed.
Yeah, I'll go first.
Mhm.
That way, if any fire comes on, small people won't be hurt too bad.
I'll go
And
second.
this is fair enough. Come on, little guy. And this is where you'll see Zareth actually stand on his hind legs on his full height, not as scared to take up too much space. And he just
Yeah.
prepares the tacklash.
Yeah, in these tunnels, it's no problem for you to stand up at your full height. Yeah.
Zareth is 10 to 11 feet tall when standing
No,
up
that's
fully.
fine. Let's say the tunnel is about 15 feet tall. Yeah, 15 feet.
Yeah.
So you can stand up at your full height. Every here and there where there's light fittings or like signage fittings dangling from the ceiling, you might have to duck a little bit your head, but in general, it's no problem.
Just like home.
Yeah. Does anyone try to further examine this
Yeah.
area? You have your additional skills like, for example, physical science to assess the moon itself, the geology, or computers or engineering, anything like that.
I'd like to science the shit out of it.
Okay.
Basically, you said these were maintenance tunnels, right?
Yeah, exactly.
So, Roger will examine the sort of like maintenance tunnels, and usually there's a logic to them, like a flow of electricity or direction, something that gives an intention, the direction of where the central power source or like where it's sort of leading back to. That's the kind of thing he's looking to investigate.
Hmm.
So
Okay.
maybe engineering or
You can either try engineering or physical science, depending where you're focusing more on, like how the tunnels are built, or more on how the technology in here is.
more the technology and
yeah.
infrastructure.
So engineering, sure. Yeah.
All right, so a 28. Wow, at level 1, that's kind of crazy.
Yeah.
Nice.
Yeah. The skill checks are quite different here than in 5th edition. Um,
Teams in a row.
Well, the 28 is still very good. So yeah, what you can tell is that judging by the flow of technology, it looks like here and there, um, some parts of the tunnels have like warped or buckled. So the flow is not really straight anymore. It's like you also notice it when you go further down the tunnel. It looks like something has been happening to the moon that it might be a little bit unstable. Um,
Well, I can physical science to try and figure out that side of things.
mhm, okay. Yeah, what you can also tell from your engineering is that the technology you see is about comparable to the Pact Worlds in level of technology, but a design that, as far as you're aware, has never been documented before.
Could I try a culture check to see if I've read up on any old places that have may fall into this similar style? If Roger tells me about it, that is.
I'll share this knowledge.
While you guys are trying to get your bearings and sharing your knowledge with the rest of the team, you also see Wazasha approach. So as you know, Zoe himself stayed back. The crew, they keep their distance a bit. They have been shining like bright lights on you guys and have their cameras out and everything, but they don't really interact with you. But Wazasha, he approaches. What's your first impressions now that you're here looking around? You find anything useful already?
Just information, if we're going to be exact. In fact, the technology here is about on par with the rest of the Pact Worlds, but it's of a make we've not really seen before. Very interesting.
Okay, so what do you believe then? That this is built by some unknown alien species, or?
May I try a culture check on that?
Sure.
All right. 17. Middling.
17, yeah. Some of it feels kind of human, but not what you're really familiar with. It's really something you've never seen before, any of you, but it seems to have some things in common with human technology that you've seen in Absalom Station, for example.
All I can think of is maybe human. Maybe early humans when they first came to the stars, or maybe pre-Gap. I don't know. It very much rings Absalom Station bells for me.
Sounds like you're just guesstimating.
A little bit.
Go everywhere.
Yeah.
We'll see what mystery.
So you mentioned they're just guesstimating. What's your opinion on this?
I think it's too early to say.
Go
We
deeper.
should, however, follow these cables. There's definitely some kind of seismic activity that's been going on here. So this place has not been used for a very long time, it seems.
Okay. It's interesting to know. Let's move on and see what we find.
Yes, indeed. Let's move on. And I'm really feeling that everything's easy when you're dressed to express.
You see, Wazasha nod at you in appreciation.
And then I'll just like do this, like.
Turn to the camera so the letters on the back show.
Jen is looking at him like, what? And well,
This is
Okay.
gonna be a wonderful adventure.
So you go down a bit. When you go further down the tunnels, you do notice a big pile in the middle of the tunnel. Like you can walk around it, but it's pretty much like blocking your path. And it's a pile containing both trash and also clearly containing excrement.
Trash.
Well, shit.
what
Apparently
kind of what is that? Nature science to understand what
Life
kind of
sciences, if you want to. Life sciences or engineering, depending what part you're trying to examine.
Clearly,
I'll go
that's
after
look
the
at that
shit, I
shit.
guess. Ugh.
everybody wants to put their hands in the shit. So
Ah.
I'll only
Okay.
put one hand of my 6 hands in the shit.
Okay. Well, you can tell, Ziggy Zova, when you start digging in the shit. And actually, Xaret, you can tell it as well. Most of it seems to be from goblins based on the diet, etc. But there's Another pile of shit that you can also see, and that seems to be from a different make, more definitely an omnivorous creature, probably the size of a Vesk or something, much bigger than a goblin.
Yeah, of course the goblins got down here. Ugh. And he'll kind of wipe his hand on the nearest person, trying to make sure that it's Roger.
No.
No, no.
He's like, goes to reach over towards Roger, sees him, moves away, and he'll just go for the wall. He's not going to chase the guy with it.
All right. So you seemed quite interested by that excrement. Did you find anything?
Yeah, it seems we got goblins down here. I think that's
Something big.
Yeah, something big. Maybe
Okay, something big.
Vesk could be large wolves, I guess, but I'm gonna go with Vesk on that one. I hate to say it, but you kind of really learn a lot after a little while
Yeah.
seeing dead bodies and whatnot, so I'm gonna go with Vesk on that one.
Yeah, I hate to ask, but being a Skittermander, do I know anything more about the Vesk than the others?
Yeah. You're pretty sure it's not from a Vesk, but something like that size.
Okay.
He knows best shit.
It was Vesk shit.
I mean, you are also like a xeno scientist, etc., right? So
Yeah, I'm not
Yeah.
smart, but I love aliens.
Nice.
that's something you would be able to tell. Yeah.
Yeah, and I'll point out to the cameras and such kind of how I came to the conclusions that I did.
All right.
Ja, dat is waar.
Even if it's not a pleasant conversation, Zareth doesn't seem worried of broaching
Alright.
that topic.
Ja,
You two can also roll a survival check if you like.
tada.
Oh, I don't have survival. Is
Yeah.
survival a skill you require training to use?
No, survival doesn't require training.
10.
We're screwed.
I didn't have enough points to pick it up, sadly.
Okay.
-1.
10. No, you can't really tell how long it's been there, or you know from your scientific background that they're goblins, but more than that you don't know.
Yeah, I'm a cop, not a survival guy.
Yeah, me neither.
Okay. Yeah. Anyone else wants to have a look around the area,
Sure.
or
Jen will
Hey,
do
Jen.
a general inspection of the place.
Can you look
Sure.
for traps as well? Tracks as well,
Traps.
because you were doing that earlier.
Yeah, yeah. She will look around for anything.
you can try another perception here. Yeah.
23.
Nice.
Yeah, what you do notice is a ledge, like on a higher like pretty high in the tunnel, so just almost like 15 feet high, just a few feet below the ceiling, and there's like this little ledge, like a niche that's been blasted into the wall, and you see something shining there.
I will go. Can I climb up there? Or even better, can I jump up there with my leapers?
Okay, cool. Yeah. +8 on jump checks. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Sure.
Okay.
But you should be able to do that easily enough with those.
So yeah, basically,
Um,
so these are
Yo.
actually inside. So as an android, I have like a free armor slot thing. So basically,
Yeah,
these leapers are me. They're not really the armor. So what happens is that when I use them, my legs kind of like go double jointed, and they go cricket like, and they make me jump, and then they recompose themselves in normal human leg.
Yeah, actually, do you want to do it safely, or do you really want to make it into a bit of a show for
I
the camera?
want absolutely to make it into a bit of a show for the camera.
Okay, then you can roll either acrobatics or athletics.
All right, here we go. So I will make a double flip 375 degrees turn. So that's
All right.
29 plus 8, it's a 37.
All right. Yeah, you can see the cameras really zooming in on you as you do that. Yeah, you managed to land perfectly on that ledge. If it had been like a gymnastics contest, you would see people with a sign like 9 or 10. And yeah, what you can find there is a busted up junk laser, like a little laser pistol, and it's clearly built out of junk pieces cobbled together.
It looks to me like goblin technology or luck thereof.
Yeah, for sure. Definitely goblin technology.
Yeah, a jazer. A goblinazer. Okay.
So yeah, when you make it down, you go show it, or
Yes, I will. I will go back down, and I will lift to the camera, and I will say, first trophy. This is for the fans, and I will throw it to the girl, the ghoul girl.
right. Amazing. Yeah, we'll put this up for raffle at the end of the episode. Yeah. So what you also what you could see very well from up there on that ledge was a hole in the floor further down the tunnels. Yeah, there's so this hole in the floor, and it looks like there's like soot all over it, like it's been really exploded somehow. But you don't see more than that from distance. You need to get closer
Yeah,
still.
I'll start to get closer.
Okay. Yeah, what you do see when you approach that hole is through that hole there is a makeshift ladder of rebar. So there's steel bars from concrete, and someone basically cobbled together a ladder going down.
All right.
Some of the walls around this spot have also been shattered outwards. And behind some of the busted walls, you see the rock of the moon itself.
That's where we are going, I suppose.
All right. The lighting down below is even less. Up here, you still had here and there some flickering lamps that hadn't been broken completely. But when you start going down, the area is pretty dark. It's not completely dark, but it's dim light. And you do see the camera crew turning on an array of bright set lights
All right.
that the ghouls turn in your direction to show the action.
Don't they? I look at them and say, don't you have some kind of infrared that you can use instead of this, because this will mess up with our stealth.
You can try a diplomacy.
Or
Or an intimidate if you like.
That's the same laugh. Okay, so yeah, sure, I'll go for it. Yeah, I mean those lights are fine, I guess. So
Yeah, these lights are fine. You I mean, you obviously don't know anything about show production.
Yeah, you obviously don't know anything about stealth, but I drop it like.
All right. So is there
I-
actually a way to move all of your tokens at once to a different map?
If you click
Copy
and drag a
paste.
box over it, you can copy and paste it over.
Okay. Um,
So if you move all our tokens next to each other, you can click and box select all of our tokens, and then you can copy them, switch over to the map, and paste them.
okay.
And while this exchange with Jin and the crew goes on, Zareth will look at both of them and is like, "Hey, I hate to be kind of like this third angle here, but I don't do stealth. So if that's your plan, I'll be with the crew. But let me demonstrate, and I'll just take a few like steps forward, and all you hear is clunk, 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 clunk. I also
Okay.
have very loud footsteps.
Zareth, this means that it's easier for me to stealth if you make more noise.
Yeah, fair enough.
Right. Who has
Distraction
dark
phones.
vision?
I have dark vision.
I have a light.
I have dark vision.
Okay.
Yeah, also we have like these assholes shedding light all around
Yeah.
us.
How much is your light, Sigizova?
I thought it was 2020, but I have to look it up again.
Is it a flashlight?
Oh no, it's dim light 20-foot radius.
Oh,
Okay. 20 feet.
But I can disable it if I want to.
Does that show?
Yeah.
Okay. And Jen, vision, and you had night vision, 60 feet.
I have 60 feet of dark vision. Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. Save. Xerath, you also had night vision, 60 feet.
dark vision, 60 feet, and low light vision as well.
Okay. And Roger, you had no
I have
special
genetically
vision, right?
modified eyes, so I can
Okay.
see well in the dark.
Okay, also 60 feet dark vision?
Yeah.
Okay. Good.
Flashlight.
So is the
Okay.
dynamic light working?
As far as I can see.
Okay. Let me toss in Wazasha then also to act for the crew, and I will give her 30 feet of bright light.
We are in a dungeon.
All right. Yeah. So you climb down that ladder, and you see like natural caves around you, but before you, you also see these steel walls and a grated steel floor before you. So you see that there's definitely been some construction done here as well. If you don't,
Sorry. Yes, I do.
okay. All right.
Right.
Yeah, I think the dynamic light is set up correctly for everyone now. But if it doesn't work, please let me know.
Works for me.
No, it's good.
Okay. All right. And 1 minute.
All right, big guy.
Mhm.
You're up.
All right.
Uh,
Yeah. From where you are, I think the only thing you can really see is a creature.
An armadillo.
Yeah, it looks like. Yeah, I'm still getting used to working with the layers. Sorry.
That's fine.
Hey man, it's okay.
So yeah, it basically looks like a large armadillo with 6 legs, and with a iridescent, pearlescent kind of armor.
All right.
Yeah, blue skin below its armor.
Before approaching it, I'm gonna try to sniff the air if I can smell any goblins, because they didn't seem the most worried about being cleanly from the big pile of shit we saw.
Yeah, is anyone being
Wait, no, we're-
particularly? Yeah, you're not being particularly stealthy, are you? Yeah. So what happens when you start approaching is that creature is just like walking around there, like rasping its tongue along the floor and like trying to dig here and there. When it sees you, it lets out a shriek.
To shriek. All right.
Yeah.
I'll before it alerts, maybe it's too late, of course, but I'll try to shoot it.
Okay. Let's roll initiative.
Woohoo!
First combat with an armadillo.
Blue armadillo.
I'm not entirely sure how this works though.
Maybe,
Death with the dillos.
is there an initiative thing on the left?
On the left.
Up on the left. Yeah, there. That one.
Okay. Yeah, turn
I
order.
suppose we select our token, we click on initiative, and we should appear there. Yeah, that's it.
Yeah, armadillo. Yeah.
Even our initiative is futuristic. 22.09.
8.
Okay, yeah, no clue why it adds the 0.03, etc.
cool.
You probably have it set for initiative.
Ah,
tiebreaker
yeah,
by default.
that's a tiebreaker. Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that's great.
What the hell?
That's just
I
in
have
case you
9.
roll the same. Then.
I sadly am very slow. I took a hit of -2 because I'm a dragonkin, so that puts me at like a flat 10 for dex. So I'm really slow, guys. Oh, the Zapperator.
Zaperator.
Oh,
Picodram.
Picodram?
baby.
All right. So yeah. Jen, you can actually go first. So if you want to shoot it, that's fine.
Yeah, so if I understand correctly, I will just have to make a stealth check equal to 20 plus his CR in order to use my trick attack, right?
Yes.
Okay, so that's
If your trick attack works on stealth, it depends on which.
yeah. My trick attack works on stealth, so I'll do a stealth check at 22. So if his CR is 2, I can trick attack him.
Yes, that works.
And then I will try to hit him. So now I hit his, since it's a trick attack, maybe I'll just link it.
So the trick attack, he becomes flat-footed.
Flat-footed, which means...
He loses some of his AC.
Okay, so you know what that means for him to be flat-footed? Like, what would it mean for me to be flat-footed?
Flat-footed means if you are so -2 penalty to AC and you cannot take reactions.
Okay, very well. So he has -2 penalty to AC, so I will try to hit him. And let's see. Pew! Full attack. Is it full attack that I'm doing? No.
No, if you do a trick attack, it's right. You use a full action.
Yeah.
You can move and then attack, but you just make one attack.
Okay, so I attack, and I rolled a 19.
Nice.
So 4 points of damage plus another d4 for the trick attack. So that's 8 maximum damage. That's 8 points of damage on the Arma fucker.
Yeah. Okay. And you with fire damage, right?
Yes, fire damage. Yeah, type fire.
Okay.
So 8 fire damage.
Yeah. Okay, that hits. And you
And then I can
deal-
move if I want to?
So yeah, you can move. Or actually, yeah, 1 second. When you do a trick attack, you have to move before your attack.
Okay, then I'll stay here. Yeah. That's fine. That's me.
All right. Then
First
it's
shot.
the creature's turn. So what it does, it got attacked. It will rush towards you and do an attack with its claws at Xerath,
Yeah.
who's standing right in front of it, pretty big. It's attack. No. Okay, does that 13 hit you, kinetic?
It does not.
Okay. In that case, it's Roger.
The Roger.
This is why you buy
Hey.
reinforced boots.
So I am going to take a pot shot at it, and then I'm going to duck away. So I will get out my semi-automatic pistol
All right.
and fire it in its general direction. And yeah, 6.
That's a miss.
So I'm going to go off over here,
All right.
and I'll end my turn.
Okay.
Actually, can I drop for cover? Drop prone?
Dropping for cover, yeah, you can.
All right.
That's
So
a swift action, so that's still okay. Xerath.
All right. Now that I have some entry energy, my AC is increased by 1, which I've already accounted for.
Okay.
As long as I have 1 entropy point, I gain just +1 AC to both EAC and KAC.
Okay.
And I will just do a standard attack against it. I will do an entropy strike. This is not a full attack.
Which is what, a punch or?
I'm going to hit it with my whip, but it's still an entropy strike because I can channel it through my weapon.
Oh, that's cool.
This targets its EAC.
Okay, and that is slashing damage, right? Yeah.
This is acid, actually.
Ah, okay.
I don't have entropy strike set up quite properly yet.
Okay, no problem. But the amount is correct.
I'm going to roll it separately because it uses my constitution this attack instead of my strength.
Oh,
So 5 damage. I'm trying to set that up now.
yeah. No problem. Yeah, sure.
That's my turn. I'm not really going to move. It's already engaged with me. So I will continue to make it not want to walk away from me by smacking it. That's it.
Okay. Then you do hear like scrambling sounds in the back as you started shooting at the beast, and you hear someone running out here. No, beastie! And they draw a a pistol, and they start shooting back at you. Yeah, so Xerath is still a really big target standing in front, so they'll be targeting him.
Yes, shoot me. Do it.
You want to shoot me? Shoot me.
It's a 14 hit.
Does not.
Okay.
Oh, 14. It matches my EAC actually. If that's EAC.
EAC, yes. So that hits.
It
For
didn't increase
fire.
by 1 because you said you're at the thing?
I've already calculated for the +1 bonus.
You already put okay.
Because my base EAC is 13.
Okay.
That goes off of stamina points first, correct?
Yes, first stamina.
Okay, so that puts me down to 6, and I gain another entropy point. Feed me!
Okay. Yeah, none of you have really been quiet. So this other guy tries to run around, and he will come in. He spots Roger lying there. As he tries to flank you guys. So yeah, while you're prone, you gain a penalty from melee attacks, so -4 AC, and a similar bonus to AC against ranged attacks. But he will lash out with a rusty-looking scrap dagger, basically. For a 7, I'm pretty sure that misses.
Yeah.
And in that case, it's Ziggy next.
Okay. Question: do I know this is a baby?
You can roll for life sciences if you like. Oh yeah. You're not particularly well known with this species. It looks like a species that's not really documented in the Vescarium or the Pact Worlds that you know of. But you can deduce quite a few things from it by looking at it. You can tell it's quite young still, a baby or at least a young beast. You can also tell that armor, while you've been looking at it, it seems to be reacting to the bright lights around you guys. And it seems like that's actually making the armor, like that iridescent armor, not really glowing but reflecting the light, and it seems to grow a bit stronger from it.
All right.
Okay.
Yeah, that's your swift actions. You can still do a normal action and a move action if you like.
I will run next to it, and I'm like, "No, don't hurt the baby!" And that's my action.
Okay. Yeah, you can roll a survival if you like.
Yeah, that's worked out well before.
Yeah. Well, okay. Nah. It just seems to like, while you're shouting so loudly, it just seems to like look at you a bit annoyed. But yeah. Next up is Jen then.
Alright, since Ziggy said do not hurt the baby, Jen will just like shrug in her shoulders and then points the gun at the goblin and shoot the goblin. So, stealth check at 30. So if he's if you see her, and
that works.
And then I'll shoot him. Armor class 13. He has a penalty of what? 4 to his armor class?
2.
2. Okay, so
It is energy. Okay, that hits.
so it's a total of 2 points of damage.
All right. Yeah. Okay, he's still up from
That's
that.
it.
Just asking, do you guys see the hit point bars over the enemies, or
No.
are those only visible to me? Okay, good.
Do not.
All right.
That's me.
Yeah.
Pew, pew.
Then it's the Spicodrant again. Let's see if it's more annoyed by Xerath or by Zigizova.
Oh, I didn't attack it.
And
Yeah,
he's-
it's
and he's
still
full
going for Xerath, number 1. It will try and claw once more. A 16 kinetic.
Yep, that hits.
Okay, for 6 damage.
Another entropy point. I am
Okay.
also out of stamina points.
And then you see scrambling up and like rolling up in a armored ball and just lying there.
Oh, I have such a good idea. I'll ask him my turn. I think we all know what I'm thinking here.
Go for it.
Alright. Roget.
How deep is this hole behind me?
That's around 30 to 40 feet, something like that.
Okay.
You can, you have 60 feet dark vision. You can see the bottom. You can see a lower level.
So, is there some kind of withdraw action?
You can do a 5-foot step with your movement. If you do that, you cannot make a regular move anymore. But a 5-foot step does not trigger a attack of opportunity.
All right. I will take. I'll stand.
Yeah.
Or does that use my movement?
Probably uses part of your movement, but it doesn't count as moving, so that's fine. You can stand and make a 5-foot step.
So I would move there. I'd look to the camera crew and I'd be like, "There's goblins over here about to attack," and I'll level my pistol.
Okay.
And I'll fire at the goblin.
Yeah.
With my semi-automatic pistol.
All right.
Yay! A 21.
That definitely hits. For 4 damage, which seems to hurt it quite a bit. It's a really good hit. You can see it already bleeding. Then, if you do nothing else, it's Xerath.
Yep, I'm done.
Alright, so this thing is turned up into an armor ball, right?
Yeah.
Can I just kick it as hard as I can at that goblin over there?
Sure.
Is that possible?
Yeah. Let's make the combat maneuver then. So you have to hit the goblin's AC plus 8.
Alright. Which combat maneuver would this be? Would this count as a trip? Because if it's a trip, I do have a bonus to that.
Sure. Trip or a kick, it's not that different. So yeah, sure. Can
Alright.
have it.
I get a +4 to the trip action.
Okay.
Because I have improved combat maneuver by being a vanguard of the exergy type.
All right, sure.
So just add +4 to this.
Yeah.
So 22.
Okay. First, yeah, that hits the goblin. How much does it travel? Okay. Let me.
Did not think the first session I'd be kicking an armadillo at someone.
Paw.
Yeah. So the armadillo takes fall damage. Yeah, I'll just use the fall damage rules. It seems like it makes the most sense. And the goblin, yeah, you see the goblin gets hit by that armadillo ball, and it gets crushed under the larger beast.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So the goblin is gone.
Good.
What's your first kill in Starfinder? Oh, I murdered someone with an armadillo.
Dead by football.
Death by
Seems like that goblin became a gauntling.
And then with my move action,
Yeah.
I'll look down at the little fur again and go, well, if you want to keep that armadillo thing alive, go tend to it. I'm gonna go help Roger.
Goblin.
How high is the ceiling in this room?
In this room, let's say 30 feet.
30 feet? Alright. I will take the... Ooh, I can't quite make it next to Roger. So... The best I can do is right here with my flight. I still can't see the goblin, so that's what I can do. Unless that would put me into a position of falling, right there.
No, you're you're 3/4 on the side, so that's fine. Yeah.
All right, and I'll go there. I can't do anything else with my turn.
All right. Yeah. In that case, it's that remaining goblin. Looks at Roger. That's hurt, and it draws its own pistol and it shoots.
It's
It shoots twice.
Twice?
Yes, it does a full attack.
Ooh. That, not that good.
Oh, can we do that?
Yeah. Normally, when you try and do an attack, it should ask you, do you want to do a full attack, yes or no?
Yeah.
If you do a full attack, you cannot move or do anything else that round.
Makes sense.
And full attack is with a -4 to hit. But an 8 and an 11, do any of those hit your energy AC?
No, they do not.
Okay, so he basically starts shooting wildly, and yeah, the shots just hit the wall behind you. Ziggy.
Yeah. As I actually don't see where the little thing is, where did it go off to, so I can follow it?
It went the same direction the goblin was.
Okay.
You did have night vision, right?
No, I have.
Yeah, just the light. Yeah. Okay.
Yeah, I have the 20 feet light and then low light vision.
Yeah. Yeah. No, then it should be correct.
Yep. So I'm gonna run up to there. How was it again? I can go up to my full. Oh, there it is.
There is.
Okay. Yeah, that's only 10
Yeah.
feet, I think. No, 20. 20
Well,
feet.
diagonal works a bit differently here as well.
Yeah, noticed.
When you move one diagonal, it's 5 feet. A second diagonal counts as 10 feet. So if you move 2 diagonals, they count as 3.
Yep. Okay, so I move 20 feet of my 30. Does that mean I can do anything else?
Yeah, that's just your move, so you can still do a standard action if you like.
Okay.
Again, if you want to calm it down, that takes a survival.
Oh boy. No. No. I try so
Okay.
hard and got so far, but in the end, it doesn't really matter.
All right. Then Jen, it's up to you.
All right, then hearing some fight on this side, I guess I'll go check that out. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Oh, and I see a guy just in front of me here behind the corner. So I guess since I moved, I cannot trick shot anymore, right? No, I
No.
can. I can because I'm.
Yeah. Normally you have to announce it in advance that you do your trick attack and then move as part of your trick attack. But
Ah,
yeah, okay. Let's. I mean, you would have heard that the guy was around there, so
yeah.
sure.
So I'm going to stab him, just coming out of my of that angle.
Yeah.
31 stealth check, and then I will stab
Nice.
him with my survival knife. Stabbity stab, stab, stab. I'm a class 20 for 2 plus 1, 3 points of damage.
Yeah, that's how do you want to do this?
So basically, I'm like running to Roger, to the Roger, I will call him, and I'm at the Roger, and without even turning, I'm just like, hey Roger, I heard something, and I stab on the side the goblin against the wall. Then I turn to the direction of the goblin, and I let it drop from my knife.
Yeah, so the goblin drops, and yeah, you took care of one more threat. Then the Spicodrant is still in the action, and has just been kicked across the room, and it's like lying on top of a splattered goblin. And there's this little creature like trying to pet it or something, trying to calm it down, and it's just in complete panic right now. So it lashes out with its claws.
Yep, we need a victim.
Against kinetic.
Yeah, the first one.
Okay, that's 7 slashing damage. On stamina, of course. Yeah, it did a full attack in its panic, so that's what it does, nothing else. Roger.
You two okay over there?
I'm going to move 2, 3.
Yeah, I'm not sure how clear it is on the map that you see, but here and here you see doors in the wall.
Okay.
All right, I'll open this door if I can.
Yeah, that's no problem. Is that gone now?
Yeah, I can see a little bit out.
Okay.
Let's see. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Yeah, I've moved as far as I can.
Okay.
So you can convert an action into a move, right?
Yes.
So I'll make a second move just to see what's going on, and then I'm done.
Okay.
And I'm like, ah.
All right. Yeah. Xaret.
Seeing they have that dealt with, I'll fly back across.
Okay.
And, can't really get in range. Oh, I can just see it. I am going to try to demoralize the thing. Just trying to scare it off, since the red one doesn't seem to want to actually kill it.
Okay.
So I have that pulled up if you need the rules for that.
That's through Intimidate, right?
Yes, through the Intimidate.
Okay.
So here's my roll. 27.
27, that's, yeah, it's with a -5 penalty to demoralize. Okay. Oh, wait, no, that's, I was looking at a different, yeah, no,
So
that
I
works.
have Memorable Cursor, which I think
Memorable
means...
Okay, yeah. When you successful, yeah, no, you manage to, you don't exactly calm it down, but it looks like you're definitely scaring it off.
Yeah, get out of here. He's just very to the point with it.
Ziggy, you want to try anything else?
Does it seem like it's trying to run away?
It definitely looks fearful right now.
Well, I'm like, no, it's okay.
All right. Well,
Conflict of interests.
Yeah, I'm not gonna be able to go beyond the intimidate, so it'll just
yeah.
go.
Okay. You can try once more a survival, but
Lol.
okay.
No, come back, please. Come
Jen.
back.
So basically, what I will do is I will run to Zerat. I will jump off him to then go on the other side of him, and seeing that Ziggy is kind of like being attacked by this thing, and then I see like he's doing this terrible survival check. So maybe I see him like trying to pet the animal in a way that looks to me like he's assaulting this animal. I'm like, Ziggy, don't worry, and I shoot him. I shoot the animal with my trick attack. I rolled the wrong thing, sorry. Stealth. 30, of course. And pew! Yay!
This thing has had the worst day ever.
6 points of
Yeah.
damage.
Okay. How do you want to do this?
Yeah, basically when I see, I'm running to the Dragon King. I jump off the Dragon King. While I am upside down, I do like, Ziggy, don't worry, and I shoot him, and you see Ziggy going like, no, and then the shot goes in between Ziggy's arm, his head, and then it goes, and it hits the armadillo in the carapace, and it explodes.
All right.
And then I kind of like flip back on the ground, 3-point landing. Got you back, Ziggy.
Yeah. So that blast cuts through the beast, and it drops dead where it stands.
Can I move up to the cameras and I sort of like approach and say,
Oh, yeah.
"This is the part where we steal their loot."
Go
I think
ahead.
they know that, Rocher.
While we're at this part, maybe it's time we have a little private interview and see Wasasha call over Ziggy. Hey, come over here, little fella.
Cut.
And goes into this little side room in that cavern,
Oh,
and
he's
a
gonna get
drone
the talk.
follows. And the drone deploys like a privacy bubble around them, so you cannot see in. It's like the bubble that's deployed around them is like one-way glass, and you cannot hear what is being said in there.
He's gonna get the talk. Okay, I'll start looting the goblins.
Hey,
I'm gonna go up to the armadillo and just rip its back shell off.
Then eat him like a clam or something.
Oh boy.
all right, so Ziggy, I couldn't help but notice how you weren't actively trying to kill the enemies. Was there any reason for that?
Oh god.
I saw your mouth move, but I heard no words.
Oh,
Yeah.
it was just a baby.
Oh. So, you were familiar with these animals?
Really?
Okay. Yeah, but well, it's impressive that you could deduce that it was a baby. Anyway, if you didn't know it. So what did you think of the brutal way it was slaughtered in front of you?
Straight to the brass tacks. I like this lady.
Actually,
Too
it's
bad.
really in line with how the program is being filmed, so it's actually quite okay, but it was still a baby.
Oh. Well, you definitely have been impressing the fans with how well you seem to know all kinds of animals and beasts that roam these. So what's your theory about this moon?
I um I think it's like well, I hope at least it's a kind of zoo.
Okay, well, I hope for you it is. Maybe we'll find out soon.
Maybe
Um,
we will.
yeah. So before we close, since she can't hear you now, anything you want to say about Jen?
She only did what she thought was right.
All right, that's kind words. Thank you for the interview, Ziggy. And yeah, you see the bubble pop back into the drone, and yeah, she lets you join the rest of the crew again.
Seeing Ziggy come out from the bubble, Zareth will walk over with the shell that he's kind of just ripped off and has been using his claws to kind of scrape any leftover meat on. He's like, I know that meant a lot to you, so souvenir? And he kind of just hands it over. You can tell he's got good intentions at heart, but it's kind of
Ouch.
grisly because he hasn't gotten all the meat off yet.
Oof.
Can I roll to faint?
If you want to faint, you don't have to roll for that.
I faint.
Oh. Seeing him faint, I'll pick him up and put him in the shell like it's a bed. And I'll pull out like a handkerchief, which for me is really big, and I'll just put it over him like it's a cover. And I just look around like, are we sure he's not a child?
I look at Zara and I go like, so he's your pet now.
No, he's sentient.
I have one. I show him my video game. I have also pet. In the game.
Wow.
What is that? I've never had time to play that.
Yeah, well.
And he'll actually walk over and be interested. He's like, never seen this game. Is this older?
I start playing like while the cameras are there, so and like isolating myself. So.
So yeah, you guys had been looking at these goblins at their loot, right?
Yeah.
Okay. Overall, is in pretty bad shape. They're wearing flight suits, but they're quite tattered and like really bad shape. The dog slicers they wear, they're like yeah, old school short swords basically, but cobbled together from trash. They're carrying these unstable lasers, comparable to the basic laser pistols that some of you carry. But you can tell, like, if it jams or anything, it will probably just explode in your hand. The batteries in those lasers seem to be in pretty good shape, though.
Let's take the batteries.
Yeah, sure. So you gain 2 batteries.
Or I will take the one from the one I killed.
I'll leave the looting to you all. I
What's-
don't want to
Oh wait, no,
break any
sorry.
of it.
I didn't kill anyone.
What's these batteries for? Like they will
Yeah.
charge my weapon or?
They would charge any laser pistol or similar weapon. They
Fully.
have 17 charges in them right now.
17. Okay, but so now my laser pistol. So I shot 3 times, I think. So can I charge it over the 20? No. Like.
No, it only fits like a single battery, and you cannot move the charge from one
Okay,
battery
so I
to
have to
another.
wait until mine is finished to put another one.
Yeah, once your battery is finished, you can just
Okay,
replace it as a
so
reload action.
battery charge.
It's like in the games that actually track your mags. When you pull a mag out, there's still an X amount of bullets still in it. So when you come back to it, there'll still be that amount of bullets in it.
Sure. Okay, that's it.
So
Exactly.
Then I'll take one with 17.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah, and they fit in most standard gear. They would also be able to power your if you have a flashlight or something, or a comm unit might also be powered with it. So all kinds of that. Yeah, the standard gear that you have. It's like a very standardized system that the batteries use in this society.
Okay. All right.
Okay.
Shall we continue?
yeah, let's get
Sure.
going.
Yeah.
Are you fine? Actually, I look at Ziggy. Like, you were wounded? Are you fine?
He's unconscious.
Ah, he's unconscious. Ah, sorry. Yeah, right.
Hold on, let me
No,
try something.
I'll get by. I
Okay.
mean,
Oh, he's
Okay.
awake.
Perfect. Yeah.
oh, my shoulder, it hurts a bit.
Don't look at what you're in, and I'll pull him out, and I'll just like drop him on the ground and quickly hide the shell into my bag.
Why was I in something? And I just look at the ground. I don't look at what you're holding.
Yeah, don't worry about it. I carry a lot of supplies,
Oh, okay.
so that's a no. Actually, I'm not gonna ask. Let's keep going.
Yeah, there's a couple of ways through which you can descend to the level below. You have that crevice here. You also have
There's stairs in here. Do they
Yeah.
go up?
Yeah, they go down. I know the map shows it differently, but they go down. Yeah, and on the other side, near where you climb down from those ladders, you can also see that there was a pool of water.
Huh. Who's up first with?
Squeeze out there here and look around. What's this purplish pink orb?
It's some lighting that's fixed to the ceiling.
Okay. Well, I'm not too up to swimming in this heavy armor, but if it needs to be done, I can make do.
Come on, it'll be fun.
Yeah, well. Go ahead, little guy. But, finish looking around up here and then sit down.
All right.
I follow the big guy.
Yeah. Okay, so let me put you together for a moment. Okay, so you move on right away, or you take a break. You remember how short rests work in this game?
They're 10 minutes and a use of resolve point, isn't it?
Yeah, exactly, and they restore your stamina. Just as a reminder, you don't need to do it.
Can I use resolve to do something in combat, like auto crit or?
What?
Resolve, is it only to recover its points or?
It also takes the role of your death saves, basically. Once you go down to 0 hit points,
Okay. I cannot spend
every round you lose 1 resolve point, and when you're at 0 resolve, you're dead.
I cannot spend it in a fight.
Yeah, there are ways to spend it in a fight as well with specific abilities.
Specific. Okay, very well.
Yeah, but death saves and your rests are like the standard ways. Then there are abilities that let you use it for other things as well.
Okay.
Okay, so 1 second. So you from which way do you go down?
The stairs.
How big are
Okay.
the stairs? Because if not, I'll go down the hall, which looked very close to the stairs.
You can fit down the stairs as well with some squeezing, but you can manage.
Okay.
Should make it interesting for the film crew.
Yeah.
Ask me in front of the camera.
Okay.
Hey,
Now,
I'll have you know, I have a very nice ass, at least.
okay, so you reach another level of with the same layout of these steel walls above. The trees you see on this map, that's just because it's a placeholder map. Those are would actually be purple and be large mushrooms that glow. So there is more light here than on the previous level.
Okay.
And yeah, you can feel you're getting deeper and deeper into this moon. What happens is while you are exploring this lower level, you hear you can actually roll a perception check.
Okay.
I'll go to try.
Okay. Roger and Jen, you hear a small group of humanoids walking around and approaching.
Oh, I wanna hide and lay in ambush.
Okay.
Like which direction are they coming from?
From around. You wouldn't see them from the room you are in, but you hear the sound from like this direction.
Okay, so like I hide behind this door.
Behind these walls.
I hide behind this door and I get ready to stab whoever comes. Nasty goblins coming.
Okay. Yeah. So they you can hear them approaching the door.
Ziggy, silence! Monsters are coming.
So yeah, this door opens in front of you.
I immediately
what do you do?
like spring out and put my knife at the neck of whatever is coming. Stop right there!
Okay. Then you can roll an intimidate check.
Yeah, that's my specialty.
I'll peek around the corner, see what's going on.
You don't look like goblins, I say.
Tiny door.
What happened? You do see like 3 dwarves, and the one in front is a woman, and she looks at you like a perplexed look in her eyes. Like she starts saying something to you. Which do any of you speak Dwarven?
No.
No.
Hey.
No.
What the hell is Dwarven? What is this, D&D?
I was going to pick up Dwarven, but I was like, nah, let's go with Abyssal, because that kind of ties into the Vanguard theme.
Apparently, I do have one more language to choose, but I don't know which one.
Yeah,
So,
that's something you'll have to pick later then.
I look at her, I say, I don't speak rock. Well, what are you saying?
She's like, Critical error. Sequence initiated.
Oh, she
Eh?
speaks my language. Yeah, reset button, I tell her.
I am a mechanic and
And
can
she-
probably help.
Yeah. Yeah, you talk with her. Roger.
I just did.
Oh, true.
Okay.
I step aside.
Um.
7
Yeah.
charisma for the win.
Yeah. So, Roger, what do you try?
I would try some kind of persuasion to say like I'm a mechanic. Maybe I can help.
Okay. And in what language do you say that?
In common.
Okay. Um. Yeah. Okay. You can try a persuasion check, a diplomacy.
Or I use the international language of mathematics. No,
Binary.
how you communicate with aliens, right?
Binary.
How do you talk to dwarves in mathematics? Hey, dwarf, 10 plus 5!
What is it called?
Diplomacy.
Oh, diplomacy. That's why I'm missing it. I can't believe they didn't rename that.
It's a square root of 106. Go.
For 16.
She's her the way she looks at you changes a bit. It's like she understands that you don't mean anything bad, but she clearly doesn't understand what you're saying. And she keeps blathering on in some dwarven language. After a few sentences, she switches to celestial.
Yeah, what about Google Translate? Don't we have it in the year 8000?
I don't think we have internet connection here.
You can, if you have a computer, you can try and get a connection.
Yeah, I'll try my
I've got
basic
a
command.
computer.
While they're trying that, I'll try out a few of the languages that I know. I'll first try. They don't look like dragons, so I'm not going to try Draconic. I'll try Yosoki, Vesk, and Abyssal.
No, they don't seem to understand any of that. But when she actually gets a good look at Xerath, she does speak in Draconic. What brings you here?
Oh, you speak Draconic. Wonderful.
We learned the language of the magic beasts.
Magic beasts.
What do you say?
It's the dragons, the magic beasts on the surface. We're on a quest to the surface.
Oh well, we just came from the surface. We're actually here to see what's deeper down in the moon. Almost said mountain.
You come from the surface, so you know the way out.
We actually come from beyond the surface.
Beyond the surface, no, you're angels or something.
One moment, let me translate for my companions.
One thing you guys do notice as when you look at them for a little while, they don't seem to wear like some
Clothes.
kind of science fiction style clothing. They actually seem to wear like this medieval style garb and weapons with them.
Wow, I really dig it, girl.
She has this like large great axe on her back, and they all carry crossbows as well.
Zareth will look to the rest of them, switching back to common. The dwarves, they speak Draconic, it seems, or they know Draconic at least. They believe that we are, at least that I am an angel, so celestial or something. They are heading to the surface. They don't believe that we are from beyond the planet, so I don't think these people understand drift travel.
I turn to look back at the cameras. Are they still there, following us or not?
Yeah, the cameras are there.
So I just repeat verbatim what he just said to me to the camera.
Okay.
I look at Zerath and I'm like, wait, you're an angel?
To these people, yes.
I keep staring. I just keep staring now.
Roger, so you were just basically repeating what Xerath already said, and the cameras did catch it. You can roll a diplomacy to see how you deliver it.
Okay. Damn it.
God, this is such a sitcom. Roger looks at camera, zooms in.
I'm
All
very
right.
celebrity charismatic
Basically,
look.
it's that scene where Zara.
Am I actually the most charismatic person in the group?
I'm 15
Probably
in charisma.
probably
I have a 16 in charisma.
Skeeter guy.
I'm not trained.
I have an 18.
Hey.
Okay, fair enough.
That's the scene where Xerath goes to Roger and he goes like je suis and Roger says je suis and then three more words and then Roger goes like do 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 do.
And he fucks up.
Yeah, je m'appelle Roger. Je le lélé.
Jelly. All right.
So yeah, you see her address Xerath again. So who are you exactly, and what brings you down here then?
He will kneel so that he's not so towering for these individuals. And he'll address them. We're here simply to see what's below the surface. See what wonders or beauties lie down here. We're adventurers.
Our dwarf home is down below. But yeah, the past year has been difficult. We've been defending our home against the orcs of legend that have returned to our world. Though they have seemed much shorter than the stories, but I guess that's how stories always go. They've been wielding these strange magic wands that shoot fire.
Yes, guns. We've encountered a few up above the level above in
You've been slaying the orcs.
the
You're
goblins. Yes.
goblin orcs. They're orcs. We're grateful to you. Now we heard you. Your people speak the language of the ancient gods.
Not me personally.
Yes, you do. Common.
Oh, is she referring to common?
Yeah.
Okay. Like, it's very common where we come from.
Okay. Yes.
What's your name?
I am Ilga Tulgast.
Fucking Christ, that's a name.
We hear your language sometimes when our priest prays to the gods. They respond like critical error or reset needed.
Ooh, maybe she should bring us to this place.
That's what I was thinking.
Yeah.
All right.
Yes. Normally we are trying to find a surface, but we actually do need to go back to our home. We've been trying to find help. There was a large earthquake recently, and it collapsed part of our temple. Our priest has been caught inside, and without him, we don't know how long we will survive, because his prayers bring us the food and the resources we need.
I'll tell you what. Yiga was it or Yelga?
Ilga.
Yelga. Tell you what, Yelga. You take us to your home, and we'll do what we can to assist you. My companion here, Roger, seems to have some experience with technology.
Make
Okay.
sure you're using simple words.
You can you can roll a diplomacy check if you like.
Sure. I have a +7 to that. A 20.
Yeah, sure. Let's head to our home right now. So You guys need to do anything else here, or shall we leave right away?
Oh yeah, we need to do something. I need to turn back to the cameras and say, it seems we have encountered some primitive creatures that believe us to be gods.
I look at Roger and I say, this seems to be a pretty difficult situation, isn't it?
Well, yes, it's quite difficult to translate for all of you non-draconic speaking individuals. Their priest is trapped in a temple.
I was talking to Roger. Roger, do you think that this is a difficult situation or is it...
Well,
No,
Is it easy?
it's somewhere in between, of course. It's an interesting situation. A development.
Jen face palms.
Okay. Okay. So yeah, if you start following the dwarves, they will lead you through a series of tunnels and going deeper into the moon and further away from the entrance. It's about a 30-minute.
But everything's easy.
Yeah, too late, Sherlock. Yeah.
you'll get it someday, Roger.
Okay. Yeah. While you are walking over, yeah, since it's quite a walk, you do have some time to start talking. And
I'll
he,
also explain to everybody what they told me originally about the temple and all that.
all right.
I'll make a point of emphasizing spots for the audience.
Does anyone have any questions to ask?
Yeah, Roger is very interested in these messages and where they come from.
Ah, yes. They are messages from Torach, the god of our people, the god of the dwarves, or All Father. He's been giving us messages whenever we pray to him, and he's trying to lead our people in our quest for the sky. And once we reach Golarian's surface, we will have completed our quest.
Oh no.
Oh, they think this is Galarian.
In common, I will look at Roger and everybody else and be like, do we tell them or do we let them figure that one out?
I think they have the right to know the truth and that all their wishes are actually utopia that will never be true.
Okay.
Right.
Actually,
Ilga.
yeah.
Bit of a bad news on that one.
Okay.
Galaria, it's gone.
No, we are on Golarion. Well, we are inside Golarion to be precise, but no, it can't be gone. Then we would be gone.
We'll need some time to explain, but this isn't Galeria. But the good news is, we might be able to help you reach the stars, the sky beyond. In time. Not immediately.
Well, let's see once we reach the surface whether you speak the truth or not.
They'll just nod.
Okay. So yeah. As you keep walking, after a while, you will reach a small dwarven village built inside a larger cave with these little squat buildings built completely out of stone, almost like they're carved into the walls of the cave itself. You see somewhere between 20 and 30 dwarves scrambling about in the area. So it's a full clan that lives here. And the largest building. It's like this. It has a bit of a temple feeling with a carved statue of a dwarven god, but a large chunk of rock fell down and it took off the head of the statue and it crashed into the building itself. So, like, the entire front entrance is blocked off by a massive slab of rock. When you arrive in this dwarven town, Wazasha calls over to Xerath. Xerath,
Oh.
I think it's time you and me have a talk.
The bubble.
Yeah, and she calls you over, and this bubble will show up again.
Are you sure now's a good time? I seem to be the only one who speaks Draconic.
They can wait a moment. I've noticed that you're taking charge quite well in this situation. So, what is your opinion of these dwarves?
Well, their hopes are high, and I guess they have their heart in the right place. They're looking to at least advance instead of sitting and stagnating. They seem to be doing well against the goblins, but I mean, I kind of feel bad for them. They're gonna have a real culture shock once they figure out what's really going on out there.
Well, we know there are dwarves in the galaxy already. So, and we know they also. You did mention Golarion, right? We know
Mhm.
that the dwarves we have in the galaxy also come from Golarion. What is your theory? How these ended up here instead?
Well, I'm not a huge expert on Galeria or anything about it. All I really know is that it's gone. It's not there.
You are from Absalom Station, right? If I remember
I am.
from your biography, yes.
Yeah, I'm from the slums of Absalon, though. Didn't have a
Yeah,
very good education.
yeah. The last remnant of Golarion is what some people call it. The station.
Yeah, but I never paid that much in the history classes too much attention. I was too busy doing other things like surviving in the slums.
So you had a rough life. I've heard you went to a police academy though. That doesn't seem like such a common um, path to take for someone from the Spike.
No, I got really sick and tired early on about all the drugs and prostitution filth that was down there. Kind of turned me off. Plus, my mother really liked to talk about hero stories and stuff, so I couldn't see myself becoming no
Okay.
typical thug.
So you're a family person with a heart in the right place. Interesting. Thank you for giving us this view into your life and the way you think. So,
No problem.
now since you had to do all the heavy lifting here, who do you think is the least useful member of your crew?
It's too early to tell. Everybody's usefulness shows in time. For instance, you can't always expect a medic to do all the work. They're specialized. So far, the red one, Ziggy, he's been kind of eccentric, but we have to see what he can do before I can say who's the least helpful. Roger seems a bit of a sleazebag, but every sleazebag has their use.
Okay, so when you make it into the Starfinders, you wouldn't mind working together with these people again?
No, not at all. I've worked with worse. When you work the streets, you have to deal with the worst of society. Sometimes you have to be nice to them because you can't arrest them because they haven't done anything. Sometimes those scum of society is diplomats, and some of them are right assholes.
All right.
I can say that officially because I'm not a cop anymore.
All right. Thank you. I appreciate it. I'll let you get back to your dwarves.
Yeah, can I ask a question before I go?
Yes.
What's the plan with these doors? Are we actually gonna give them drift technology, or are we just gonna let them fester down here in the holes?
We're just making the show. You and the Starfinder Society, you held the strings in your hands.
Fair enough.
So, but hey, maybe it's a good idea to let our fans vote on what they want to see happen with the dwarves.
He'll wink at the camera. Ah, democracy is always a preferable way to go.
Right. Well, you've heard it here. Xerath asks for you all to give your opinion, and see her type some things into a data pad she's carrying. Okay, let's see what the fans say, and see the bubble goes back up. She addresses the other three of you. Okay, the fans are voting about what should be done about these dwarves. Anyone wants to add something to persuade them one way or another?
What are the options?
Well, that's up to you.
What do you mean? What do you mean? What should happen with them?
Yeah. What do you want to welcome them into the galactic society that we're all part of, into the Pact world? Do you want to turn this place into a reservation, or I mean, sky's the limit, really, right?
Maybe we
I
should
was
ask.
waiting for the genocide option.
Maybe we should ask them what they want to do.
That's an interesting theory. Maybe you should ask them.
let's-
I don't speak rock, so
They actually aren't speaking rock when they talk to me. They're speaking draconic. Though I guess they also speak rock. I am not sure.
tomato.
Eh.
Well, okay. So, does anyone else want to add something? What do you
Yeah,
think about these dwarves?
Yeah, it would be a great idea to just put them all in a reservation. All of them.
Okay.
Welcome to early America.
And Roger, you wanted to add something?
before we do anything, I think we should really see what the deal is with this common language that they're hearing, see what the source is, and then evaluate from there.
Well, it
So,
seems quite easy if you say it like that.
Indeed,
uh,
indeed. You might even say that everything's easy when you're dressed to express.
Okay, Adbot, let's go. Come on.
Then he'll turn around and like stick his tushy out with the logo.
Get a. As Zareth goes by, he feels like a slight tail whip on the butt. Come on, Adbot, let's go. Got dwarves to deal with.
all right. Well, looks like the fans are voting to wait for now and see what happens.
Neil was the most charismatic.
All right. So yeah. You approach the temple, or do you do anything else in town first?
I'm thinking that if they worship, if they seem to think that common is the language of the gods, then we should go to the temple.
Yeah.
Okay.
I say we
so-
take the least direct path there, though, so that we can kind of soak in who these people are as on the way.
Yeah.
So the temple is that building which has like these rocks that fell down and like the entrance completely blocked off.
So you can't get in.
We
Yeah.
could try to help them open it up.
What you also see, also probably from the explosion, is that there is a fissure split down in the middle of the settlement's cavern. So you might be able to climb through there, or you could find a way to get rid of that big rock that's blocking off the entrance.
Where did the messages seem to be coming from?
In here, you don't really see any machinery in here. But you could go look closer at the fissure, for example. That's probably the closest way until you get the rock gone.
Sure. We'll look at the fissure.
Okay, that's where you see some burst pipes going through the rock walls.
Well, that's unexpected for a temple of dwarves, right?
Especially for a temple from the age that this is meant to represent, yeah.
I think maybe we should go in here and have a look at things, eh?
Yeah, I think the same.
How big is this rock?
It's like probably the size of a large truck.
Right. Do I think I could move it with time,
Uh,
given the size of me?
What's your strength?
18. The max that it can be right now.
Yeah. You could give it a try, but you think it's gonna be almost impossible. You might be able to damage the rock though and make it easier.
Right.
Can I help?
Sure. How do you want to help?
Well, I have the solar hammer,
Okay.
so
That
I
seems
can.
fit for purpose.
So I start smashing the rock as well.
Okay. So yeah. Okay. You start smashing the rock.
I'll help
You-
with my entropic strikes, which kind of corrode at the atoms.
Yeah. You can either you both roll or one of you rolls with an and the other one aids with perception or physical science to find like really the weak spots in the rock where you need to hit it.
Oh boy.
I have a +6 in perception if you want to aid me.
Yeah, I have a 0 in perception.
Okay. Yeah. So aiding is not that difficult. So you just need to roll versus a DC 10 with your skills. So even with a 0, you have a good chance.
Yeah.
And then the other person gets a +2 to their roll.
I'll try aiding you. I think it's better.
All right.
To do that. Nope.
No. Yeah.
Oh,
Okay.
God.
Then you can just roll your perception, Xaret.
All right. 16. Not bad.
Okay. Yeah. You do manage to find the right spots to like start smashing at the rock. Yeah. So you start to chop pieces of the rock, make it smaller, still blocking the path, but you think you might be able to push it away with athletics. Or at least it's become manageable.
I'll give it a try. I have a +6 to athletics because armor actually does affect my ability to push things. Strangely.
Okay.
25.
Nice.
Yeah, that's fine. You do manage to get that rock slowly moving. Yeah, it takes 5 minutes, but you manage to get the rock out of the way, and you manage to open up the temple. Copy.
Ooh.
Ooh. Darkness.
My
Hey,
old
there's the light.
friend. It's an upside down dwarf there.
Yeah, he's laying beneath a big slab of rock that fell off the wall, and he's like half crushed beneath the rock.
Poor
And you
fella.
also see some movement in the shadows in the back. Yeah, if you want, you can move your characters around in a different order.
I see some goo there, guys. Watch it.
Water!
Does it look like we could identify what that thing is?
The goo or
Or the dwarf.
Yeah,
Yeah,
that
the dwarf.
thing.
What is that dwarf?
the dwarf is a dwarf.
Okay.
He's an old dwarf.
Yeah.
And yeah, the goo. You can try and with. Let me check which skill is best suited. I believe
Life science.
that will be for a goo. No, that
No?
will probably be physical science.
All
Alright.
right.
Hey.
God damn it. Oh wait, no, that's fine. Okay.
Yeah. Okay. So yeah, it looks like some kind of it reminds you a bit of
Ice
the
cream.
the greasy the greasy stuff that you would use to make parts move on spaceships or other machinery.
Okay.
But it
I see.
does seem to be it. If it's really that same kind of grease, it's not supposed to be moving around on its own. But it seems to, yeah, it looks that way. And if it, yeah, you can, with your roll, you can deduce the way it seems to move over the rock and the tracks that you see that it's left in the rock, it looks to be somewhat acidic as well. So
I will
maybe it's
inform the group of my knowledge and the cameras.
yeah.
This
The
is
cameras have followed, but they stay like in the doorway away from the action. Yeah, you guys do have lights on, at least Ziggy, I know. Or do you have you turned everything off?
If they ask me, I will turn it off.
No,
I will
that's
be
fine.
blind, but I will turn it off.
No, that's fine. You can keep it on.
Okay.
Wait, you can't see in the dark?
What?
Can't see in the dark?
No.
Oh. I have a flashlight if you need it, but I think you are a flashlight.
I am a flashlight. Well, actually, this thing is a flashlight.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah. What you see? These goos. They seem to start to react to the movement from you guys entering this temple.
Shoot the goose.
Yeah.
So you can roll initiative.
Alright.
Crank that loud.
Hey! Pretty good.
Go, Roger.
Man. Jay is the quickest man alive right now.
All right.
Because I'm slimy.
And oh wait, I will also roll for.
When he was describing these goose, I was like, it's Roger Jr. I just didn't want to say it yet.
Okay. All right. Yeah, you can start. What do you do?
Well, the Gerd, I think, has hostile intent.
They seem to react to your movement, and yeah, I mean, it's hard to say. They're not like they don't seem like really intelligent beings, or they don't have a face that you can read. But yeah, it looks like they're getting ready to move in.
In which case,
Pew pew.
wait.
wrong click.
Oh, wrong one. Yeah, so it was meant to be an attack.
Okay,
At least we know how valuable his pistol is.
Yeah,
regular attack or like full attack?
regular.
Okay.
So that was a 9.
Okay, and a 9 misses.
And I will go and hide here.
All right. Then Jen.
Right, I will trick that ooze. Of course, I rolled the wrong one. Sorry. With an 18, so I don't think I tricked it because I have to roll at least 20 plus its CR. So I will just shoot it. I will make a full attack. No, I cannot because I tried to make a trick attack. Okay, that's it. 14 for 3 points damage.
Yeah, 14 hits, and that is with fire. Okay.
Yeah.
And it's this one, right?
Yep. That
Right.
was me. Yeah, that was it.
Then Xerath.
I will move to here. I can see it. I'll full attack it. This is probably gonna break my weapon, but it's a very...
If you moved, you cannot full attack.
Yeah, that's right. So this is probably gonna destroy my weapon, but it's a cheapo. So I'll whip it. I'll whip it real good. It's within my range. So let's just give it a normal attack this time, because I don't need to entropic strike it. Oh, there you go. 15 to hit its KAC
15 hits.
for 6 damage.
Okay. That's a solid hit. Seem to have really chopped off a big piece of the goo with your whip.
Does anything negative happen to my attack clash?
No.
Okay. Good news, boys. This thing isn't like a black pudding from D&D.
What is this D&D you speak of?
Didn't eat my weapon.
But you attacked its kinetic AC, right? KAC.
Yes, sir, because I did not
Okay.
entropic strike.
Okay, no, that's fine. Then Ziggy Zova.
Okay, I'm gonna assume it's somewhere up there because everyone's shooting there.
Probably also saw my tack lash whip off in that direction.
Let
Yeah.
me set because adds light to the whole page. This is supposed to be like dim light across the entire map, so now it should be more visible, I think.
Yeah, because I do have low light vision.
Yeah. Okay.
Hmm. I'll just do the Tacklash attack as well.
Okay.
Do you also have a tack lash? Nice.
So 21 for 5 slashing damage.
And you hit the same one, right?
Yeah, the one in front here. Because this one I can't really see.
Okay,
There are
yeah. Yeah. So how do you want to do that with your tech clash?
I'm assuming attack clash is just a whip.
Yeah, basically.
Yeah. I
It's
lash
like a
out.
power
whip,
line
and-
that you're using to whip someone with,
yeah,
minus the
probably.
electricity.
Yeah. Yeah. I'll whip at it, and it splatters all over the place.
All right. Well done. That's one of them taken care of. Then
You see, even I know how to make a splash. I use my lower two hands to do finger guns.
Nice one.
all right. Then it's the synth fluid. And this one, you have cover against it there, so we'll move here, and it spits a glob of acid towards you, Ziggy.
Okay.
Status has to go to sleep. That was this little marionette thing going off.
Yeah, it's a lot. Okay.
Spit. And the sound of swallow me, gobble me.
Okay, why was that a 0? I'm not sure, but if I look at the roll, it's actually an 11. It's an 8 plus 3. Not sure why it shows as a 0, but does an 11 hit?
No.
That's against your EAC.
It doesn't.
Okay.
EAC is 14.
Okay, good. In that case, that's its turn. Yeah, the dwarf seems unconscious behind this, underneath this rock. But is anyone looking at him?
Ziggy. Sure.
Oh, the dwarf.
Ah, the dwarf. No, really, not right now.
No, okay, no, he's just lying there under the rock then.
He's safe under the rock.
Yeah, Roget.
Roger.
I will step to the side,
Yeah,
shoot.
okay.
Just a regular, obviously. Shake my head in shame. Glad that the camera didn't see me, and I'm gonna step back here.
All right.
Wow.
Wait. You don't move after your attack.
Oh, sorry. Yeah.
No problem. You cannot split your movement like in 5B. So Jen.
Yes, so I will do my stealth check. Hey, hoop. A 28, so I think this could be a tactical thingy. And I will
Hit.
shoot the thing. Submit. Armor class 6. Whoa. So he has a penalty to armor class, I don't know. He's flat-footed.
No, 6 still doesn't
Still
hit,
hits.
even when he's flat-footed.
That's it.
Yeah. Xaret.
Am I able to move through Ziggy's space because he's small and I'm large? Or would I have to go around?
Can squeeze through.
Alright.
Yeah.
So
Yeah, I am considered. Well, I am small size, so
that's
I don't know what the thing is, but with two sizes.
that is my move. Oh, it's right there. Oh. Hi. I move so I can't full attack. I'm going to entropic strike it.
Yeah.
but I'm going to pump my 1 entropy point into it to make it a 2d3 instead of a 1d3 on damage, assuming I hit.
Okay.
This is targeting its EAC because it's an entropic strike, and I'll do slashing with this because I can do either slashing or acid. 14.
14 hits. And so that did what kind of damage?
Slashing because it would be my whip.
Yeah. Okay, slashing that goes through. 4.
7 damage. Not 7. 6 damage.
6. Yeah. Okay.
That's all I got.
All right.
My armor class does drop by 1 because I'm out of entropy points.
Okay. Then it's Ziggy.
So moving to Zerat would be 2 movement. Oh well, or double movement, right?
Why?
Oh no, it was squeezing because of the Okay.
Yeah. You can move through an ally's space with no problem, unless they're actively trying to block you.
And I will go there, moving out of reach first. And as part of my move action, I can manifest my solar weapon, which you've seen before. It's the glowing hammer.
Yeah.
And I will try to bludgeon it.
Okay.
Bonk.
Bonk.
Nice.
Whack a slime.
I'm not gonna make that joke. Oh.
So AC 12 or 22 hit, 6 bludgeoning damage.
Okay. Yeah, my connection to the Roll20 server just got interrupted, so.
Okay.
No. Yeah, it's back. 20 that hits, and 6 bludgeoning. Okay. And you're standing right next to it. That does damage. But what happens when you smash it with your hammer from up close? It starts to you hit it hard enough that acid starts spraying from this creature, and everyone within 5 feet can roll a reflex save.
Ooh, the first reflex save of the game.
Yoo-hoo!
Where is
15?
Yeah.
10?
Okay. Yeah. DC 9 reflex negates, so you manage to avoid any acid splatter.
Nice.
But the acid does burn into the rock around you, and it like causes a lot of pits and unevenness in the rock, and makes it difficult terrain for now.
The
so
smell
that's-
of burning concrete.
I love the smell of burning concrete in the morning.
concrete.
I am not smart, okay?
Crunkery.
Concrete.
Rocketry.
With a
All
lever
right.
crunk.
Yeah. Then Roger.
It's still there, right?
Yeah.
So I will take one final pot shot.
If only.
I'm just wasting ammo now. And I'm going to head back in this direction. And I'm like,
Okay. Yeah. That misses. Yeah. So yeah. Then it's Jen.
Is he CR 0? Probably not.
CR 1.5.
Okay,
I'm not sure if it's rounded up or rounded down.
No, but I have to roll 20 plus is CR, so yeah.
Yeah, that's what I'm not sure if it's rounded up or down. But let's say you need a 21.
Yeah.
Because
Okay.
I think it makes more sense to round it up.
Sure. Then I'll just shoot it. Submit. And that's armor class 22 for 4 points of damage.
That hits, and yeah, you see the fire works pretty well and starts burning through it.
Burn, baby, burn.
So poof, it burns up, and it's gone.
Yay! Let's go help the dwarf. If he's still alive.
And that's the way the slime burns.
Yeah.
Slimy bastard. We're all making slime jokes. Come on, Roger, you got one in you.
That was quite difficult. Wasn't it,
I don't-
Roger?
It wasn't difficult. It was.
I just
Everything's easy when you're dressed to express.
You always have the right line.
yeah, I do see it's already past 11.
Yeah.
So you guys still want to continue, or shall we call it quits here?
Yeah, I'll-
If it's a good ending for you, we can stop.
Yeah, we just finished the combo. We can do the rest of the encounters next session.
All right.
yeah.
It's up to you Europeans. For me, it's only like 5 in the afternoon, so.
Yeah, I need to get up early tomorrow,
Yeah,
so
absolutely.
sorry.
No.
Yeah,
Hey,
no,
you're fine, man.
it's fine. I hope you enjoyed the first session of. Yeah, this isn't really Dead Sons yet. This is the prequel I added to it. But
All right. That's cool. That's cool.
Alright. All I'm saying, boys, is I've invented a new sport. Armadillo ball.
Armadillo ball. Armadillo.
Where we line up goblins and tell them to run while we kick armadillos.
Armadillo ball.
Armed ball.
Armadillo ball. All right.
Yeah.
Yeah. Then, guys, good night, everyone. And I don't know, yeah, you wanna say some
Yeah,
closing words?
yeah, thanks all for viewing our first session, and hope to see you again next week.
Bye bye.